November 1st, 1955, the Vietnam War had started, lasting around 20 years total. More than 3 million people were killed, including over 58,000 Americans. Don Kochler had been one of those fighting with the U.S. when he was only 18. Vietnam was hilly and had many densely forested highlands, making it hard for soldiers to fight. It had then ended on April 30th, 1975. Veterans who fought in the war are virtuous people and should be honored.
Don grew up in Bancroft, Iowa, on a farm. He had 6 siblings, 5 boys and 1 girl. All of his siblings went to service except for his sister and youngest brother. His oldest brother got drafted, but the rest enlisted. The oldest brother was in service the longest, which was for 20 years. The draft itself started in 1967 and ended in 1973. Don enlisted to go to service when he was only 18, but only because he was going to be drafted anyways in the next year or so. He served in the Air Force for 4 years. He was posted mostly in Taiwan and Japan. While there, boot camp was about 6 weeks long in San Antonio, Texas, and they were very physical. You had to learn all the basics about the military. Some basics that you had to learn was how to take orders and how to march. During the Vietnam War, John F. Kennedy,
Lyndon B. Johnson,
and Richard Nixon were presidents at the time.
In service, Don was an inertial navigation repairman. He had worked on C-130 cargo airplanes and F-4 fighters. He had served most of his time in Japan. He had a motorcycle in Taiwan and Japan that he would ride around the mountains with his friends on. With Don's free time, he went to the World's Fair in Osaka, Japan. He had earned the rank of sergeant and then staff sergeant, but was discharged before receiving it in person. Their work shift 24 hours on and 24 hours off. Boot camp was a good experience to Don. He had fun and learned many new skills. Don had said that the food in the military was very good, except for one meal, which was
They served us chipped beef on toast. And I will say that from this day on, I have never eaten another meal of chipped beef on toast.
Most of Don's friends have faded away after service, but he has still been staying in touch with one. They're even planning on getting together in the next year. After his service, he went to ISU to go to college. The military had helped him earn money to go.
Service impacted Don by learning the responsibilities and importance of life. It impacted his parents, but by then, they were getting used to their sons leaving for a few years. He had met many new people and learned to work in ways he never would have imagined if he hadn't enlisted or been drafted in the future. You would learn how to work with people older than you and younger than you. Boot camp had improved his tolerance and his health.
You learn how to take orders, give orders, and lead.
Every day is a new day. Some new challenges, some old.
Plan for what is difficult while it is easy. Do what is great while it is small.
You learn to work with people who are below you in rank, equal in rank, higher in rank, people who are in charge of, the commander of a squadron, the vice commander of the squadron. You learn to work with all those people. The military service affects your life just in general, because you learn your place in life. You learn how to work with people. You learn how to work with people older than you, younger than you, who outrank you, who you are in charge of, and it teaches you how to live. You know, and that prepares you for life after you get out. Unless you want to stay in for 20, 30 years, it prepares you for life afterwards. And like I said, if I wouldn't have been for the military, I wouldn't have went to college, because I wouldn't have been able to afford it.